Welcome to From Center Ice. My name is Courtney, and there is one Blackhawks game left. Can you believe that? They just finished up their first game of the back-to-back series against Dallas to close out the season, and what a game it was. Let's just go over the goals to kick this thing off. 6 minutes and 23 seconds into the first period, we got to celebrate another first because MacKenzie Entwistle got his first NHL goal. And oh, how exciting that is. Patrick Kane had the puck, dished it off to Mike Hardman. Hardman found Entwistle right at the side of the net. Beautiful pass. Entwistle just tapped it in the net. First NHL goal, and it was assisted, like I said, by Mike Hardman. And a couple of games ago, if you recall, MacKenzie Entwistle got his first NHL point by assisting on Mike Hardman's first NHL goal. So they've got a nice little friendship brewing there. I mean, they've basically got to be best friends at this point, right? So that was really fun to see. Hardman looked so excited for Entwistle, and I mean, since he did set up his first NHL goal, you would be pretty excited to help the guy out get his first, but it was just a lot of fun to see. I'm so happy for MacKenzie. He's been a great ice hog since he's been here. Now that he's up with the Blackhawks, he is shining and showing them that he has the potential to become an everyday NHLer, and that is super exciting. I'm so happy for him. And while it would suck to not see him in Rockford next year, I do hope that he does get a permanent spot on that Blackhawks roster. That would be so cool for the kid. Unfortunately, 9 minutes and 40 seconds into the period, Denis Gurianov scored for the Stars. That made it a 1-1 game. But under a minute later, here comes Brandon Hagel flying down the right wing, gets the puck to the net. It doesn't go in because it hits off of the crossbar, but he uses his mind control powers to just will the puck into the net. It popped up off the crossbar, hit the ice, and just bounced in. He got his 9th goal of the season. I was really hoping he would get a second one in this game to make it 10, but they do have one more game left tomorrow. He still has a chance to get number 10 on the season. I really hope he does it. And not to be shown up by the rookies. With the first period winding down, the Blackhawks on the power play, Alex DeBrincat pots his 30th goal of the season, that one assisted by Patrick Kane and Brandon Hagel. It was a great pass from Kane, and DeBrincat just ripped it into the wide open side of the net. It was a beauty. It was his signature goal. You love to see it, and he hit 30. In a shortened season like this, that is super fun to see. He ranks 3rd in the NHL right now in goal scoring, only behind Austin Matthews, who has 40, and Connor McDavid. So DeBrincat's having a pretty good year. And after Mark Pysyk made it 3-2, Alex DeBrincat came through again for his second goal of the game, his 31st goal on the season, and it made the score 4-2 Chicago, and that is how the game would end. It was a pretty play. Pia Suter going up the left wing, DeBrincat going up the right wing. Suter got the puck on net, shot for the far pad, rebound came out right to DeBrincat. You don't want to see that happen if you're the opposing goaltender, and he just put it right past Anton Khudobin. And if you were only watching stats and not watching the actual game, you would be so confused how the Blackhawks walked away with the win in this one. They were outshot 39-25, but even with that shot total discrepancy, the Blackhawks were the better team. And I mean, give it up for Kevin Lankinen. He played his last game of the season tonight. Jeremy Colleton confirmed that Colin Delia was going to get the start tomorrow, so what a freaking season this guy had. He came into the year as the 3rd string goaltender behind Malcolm Subban and Colin Delia, and once he got his chance, he took that starting job and just ran with it. Of the 24 wins that the Chicago Blackhawks have this year, Kevin Lankinen has 17 of them. This guy absolutely worked his tail off to come into this season, be prepared to go when he was called upon, and then just play outstanding hockey for the first half of the year. Second half of the year, his game kind of fell off, but so did pretty much everybody else's, so we're not going to put that on Lankinen. It's definitely been the tale of two seasons for this team. The team that they were at the beginning half and then at the latter half, that is just completely different. Once they hit that March schedule that was an absolute gauntlet, the wheels just kind of fell off. But that was what this team was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a bad year for the Hawks. They weren't supposed to be in the playoffs. They weren't even supposed to be in the playoff picture. But right up until the near end of the season, that is where they were. They way outperformed expectations, and a lot of that is because of Kevin's game. Malcolm Subban also had a very good year, and Colin Delia has finished this year very strong. Like I said, he's getting the start tomorrow night. We'll see how that goes for him. But you certainly can't be upset with his game lately. It's been a very interesting year in net for the Blackhawks, and it'll be even more interesting to see what happens during the offseason and what the goaltending situation looks like going into next season. But going back to tonight's game, like I said, the Blackhawks won 4-2 over the Dallas Stars, and the Hawks had 10 rookies in their lineup tonight. That's a lot, and they looked pretty good. So when everybody was saying all season, play the kids, play the young guys, this is what they meant. This is what we've been wanting to see. We want to see what the young guys can look like, especially in a season that was never supposed to go anywhere for the Hawks. And of course, while we've had a lot of young guys in the lineup all year, it would have been nice to see these rookies get more of a shot throughout the year, see Entwistle get more games early on, but that's just how it goes. We have them now. They look great. I'm so happy for them. They make me feel so proud, especially the ones that come from the Ice Hogs. The Ice Hogs lost 2-0 tonight. They didn't play very well, but you know, they didn't have MacKenzie Entwistle in the lineup. Brandon Hagel looked great tonight once again, of course, walking away from the game with a goal and an assist, but aside from those 2 points, he was engaged in every shift, working hard, just as you expect Hagel to do. Talk about guys who really just buckle down and put in the hard work and do the little things right. That's what we've seen from both Hagel and now Entwistle. The future for the Blackhawks organization could be very bright. Wyatt Kalynuk had another good game tonight on the back end, and Alec Regula almost potted his first NHL goal, but the puck went high or wide. It'll come one of these days. He's got one more game tomorrow to try to get it in this season. If not, I'm sure it will come next year. The season has been so very up and down, but the one thing we can really take away is that there are a lot of promising young players in this organization, and a lot of promising young players who have really made a name for themselves with the Hawks and have become mainstays on the roster. That is what you like to see, because the core players are getting older. A lot of them have left, a lot of them have retired, so now it's time for the youth movement to come in, pick this organization back up, and maybe get back to having some playoff success. I know that's what we all want, but it's not easy. Hopefully we can bring in the right guys to make that happen. This offseason is going to be so interesting. See what young guys they keep, see which ones they move on from, see which guys they put back at Rockford full-time next year, and see who they draft. I don't know about you, but I am excited for the offseason, not just because this roller coaster of a weird year will be over, but because there's just going to be so much to pay attention to for this Chicago team. But we're not quite there yet. There is one more game tomorrow night, again against the Dallas Stars, and again back at home at the United Center. There were fans back in the stands for tonight's game, and they were lucky enough to see a first NHL goal, and Kevin Lankinen was the first star, so he finally got that first star with fans actually in the arena. It was a positive night. Patrick Kane looked good. He was very engaged all game, so we haven't seen that in a little while from him. It was good to see his parents were there. I'm sure that lit a fire under him to have a good game, and he did. Finishing this season strong would be the best thing for this roster, and if they follow up tonight's game with a similar effort tomorrow, that would be great. Even if they don't walk away with a win, which hopefully they do, if they play well and play hard and look like they care, that is the way to go into the offseason, because you can take those vibes, work on them, work on your game, and come back strong for training camp and then the next season. We'll see how it goes, but there's been a lot of surprises this year, and a lot of them are the young guys doing very well. So I'm happy about it. I'm sure you're happy about it. Let me know which young guys you've been the biggest fans of. Leave that all in the comments, and let me know who you think is going to score goals tomorrow. let's just have some fun with it. I really hope Brandon Hagel gets his 10th on the season. All of that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to hear more from me or from Center Ice, you can head on over to FromCenterIce.com. There you'll find all the links to everywhere where you can find us. We just put up a new podcast episode a few days ago. That was a very fun one to record, so definitely check that out. You can find that here on the YouTube channel, or if you want audio only, you can find it on whichever app you stream your podcasts on. If you're more of a social media person, you can follow us on all of the platforms. Those are all linked in the description down below. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We are almost at the end of this wild year. One more game. Enjoy it while you can. It's almost over, and then in a few weeks, we're gonna be itching for some Blackhawks hockey, especially watching these other teams in the playoffs. So enjoy tonight's game, enjoy tomorrow night's game, and I will catch you all after that one. Bye, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please hit that subscribe button to catch more From Center Ice content. If you could, hit the like button on this video, maybe share it with a friend or two. And while you're here, check out the podcast playlist and catch up on some old episodes. We will catch y'all next time. Bye!